guys.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the December 16th edition of the Dawn Patrol. About 9 days to Christmas. We've got a heavy crew today. We got former city councilor, former St. Peter's classmate Marty Lorrey with us today, former school committeeman Bob Hoey, good guy, former city councilor, retired police officer, the DJ Cisco man.
Candidate.
Former candidate. Well, you'll be
We'll
a candidate.
I'll continue to be a candidate.
So, and we have some guests coming later on.
This is
Fred
a packed
Bahou,
house.
Karen, this is the biggest Tuesday I've seen here since I've been coming on. So,
Yeah, but our numbers have been falling.
That's
why they call Marty.
Karen.
Yeah.
Good numbers have been falling. Bobby's good at that. Go ahead.
So lots to talk about.
Yeah.
What's going on in the mayor's race, guys? Did you
read the paper? The last article? It's a toss-up. They just threw on Gitch's name in there. He's actually calling for votes. That's alleged.
I was talking to somebody over the weekend. I was talking.
One at a time, boys. Okay, one at a time. Tommy, you're in charge.
Okay.
One at a time.
All right. So I'll start it off. I was talking to somebody over the weekend who's pretty knowledgeable what's going on. I guess what they're telling me is a couple of people may have double-crossed Rourke. I don't know if anybody's heard the same thing. That Rourke had him in his pocket for mayor, and they double-crossed him. They don't know if they're going to go that way. I heard his votes right now are himself, Rita Mercia, Sakari. That's
Tommy,
three.
can you grab that mic a little closer to you?
There you go. Good. Good. And that's what I was told over the weekend. So I don't know
Kim
if you,
Scott, he has Kim too.
he has Kim Scott. So that's 4 votes. So I don't know. I don't know what McDonough's going. I was told by somebody that McDonough was definitely in Rourke's column, but who knows? I don't know where Duran is. I don't even know her, so I wouldn't know. Have you heard anything, Marty, about the mayor's race?
No, I've been staying out of it.
Yeah.
When Belinda was here, I asked her. She had not made up her mind yet.
Yeah.
Belinda Duran.
There was a column in Inside Lowell, and I commented on it that until January, don't count your votes, because so many times people have switched between November and January, walking in, I didn't think it was over. I still think the outside shot for me, if it goes 2 or 3 ballots, might be Rita.
Yeah.
She that was my prediction last year, she'd get it. Yeah. But after so many ballots, when you commit, how many ballots you committed for?
Yeah.
When you say I'll support you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if it's a dead-end street, when do you give up?
My favorite story, and I'll always, and you might remember it, Marty, Steve Gendron walked into City Hall thinking he was the next mayor, and
Yeah.
Larry Martin changed that morning.
In the way he told him.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, I guess he assumed he had Larry Martin's vote. Larry turned the gut button, but became the mayor. So, Bobby, you hear anything on it? The mayor's race?
No, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the Australian shooting, but I want to talk, I'll go back to the mayor's race.
Yeah.
You remember what I've said on this show for the past couple of months, I believe, that Eric Gitcher said, you never know, there might be a surprise.
Yeah.
He's always kept that in my head. What do you mean by a surprise?
Yeah.
I just have to say, I think Danny has done a fabulous job.
He has.
Well, I'm Mr. School Committee on this channel, City Life and the Dawn Patrol. The schools mean everything to me, and they always will. I'm happy we lost one of the micromanagers, and we picked up Danielle McFadden, which is only something special going to happen in Lowell, so I'm finally happy. But I'm only 71, Marty, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Tom, right? We're starting to age. Now we bring in the disco queen or king. But, no, I just think I have to give Danny a lot of credit for what he has done. Yeah. What I've seen, how he hired the superintendent of schools, and it's pretty hard to beat that right there. And Dominic Lay, my friend, I love you, buddy, you know that. Dominic was like a swing vote, Marty. And I had a lot of people calling me. So what are you calling me for? They says, well, he likes you. Well, no, we don't eat the same food. He asked me to go out all the time. I do love the guy. He's a great guy.
Oh, Dominic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, he is. And he's afraid that, I'm going to open my mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dominic's afraid I'm going to say something because he never wants to make a mistake. I said, don't worry about mistakes.
It'll be interesting. I mean, like I say, it gets you. And if gets you right now, if I had to say, he has himself and probably Corey Robinson, if he's a candidate. I don't know where he goes from there. I really don't know.
Besner has a
great guy.
One in.
Yeah.
I know he wants it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can get the votes.
And it's just going to be interesting. I thought Rourke had the votes. I was tearing up till last week. He had 5 and needed one more, and the one more was going to be McDonough. So, and then I was told by somebody that knows McDonough over the weekend again, but that can change if McDonough's with Rourke. So we'll see what happens. So.
When I was watching Cisco's race, that I'm saying to myself, oh boy, when's the last time we ever had a Puerto Rican win?
Oh,
you know?
Never.
And that means a lot to me. I talk about Timmy Fallon all the time, how many Puerto Rican kids he saved. I say things people don't want to hear. But at the same time, these type of people like, Timmy Fallon, or Eric Gitchie is unbelievable with children. That's what Eric should have been, a teacher. He is a teacher anyways, by the way. He's a teacher. He's everything. He's a coach. He's a teacher. He's a maintenance man. You name it, he does it. It's unbelievable. And I've only met him a few years ago. My favorite city councilor was this guy next to me.
No, you're in trouble there.
No, I'm never be in trouble, buddy. I'm not worried about being in trouble. Listen, no, I have to say this. I'm glad you're on the show, number one. John, you couldn't have picked a better guy for us. Believe me when I tell you that. But when Marty won, I give Marty the most credit. If I was trying to find out, what's the thing, Hoey? Why do you like Marty? Well, I knew his mother and father, number one, and I know what type of people they were. Number two, I don't think there's been a city councilor that started the crank on helping children, playgrounds, this grounds, that grounds, you name it, putting this all in for our kids. That's all he did. In my eyes, that's what he did. No, wait a minute, let me finish.
No, I agree with you.
Now we got this guy, Eric Gitchie, all right? He's kind of a new city council. I met him can't wait till Freddie Bahou's here too. I should wait, because I got so much to say. Oh, no, cool, but no, really, we've had some really good city councilors in my lifetime. I tried to win it 3 times, but I don't raise money and have the parties you need to have and know the voting, what do you call it, Marty? The people that vote.
Yeah.
Right? Marty know their addresses. No, it's all good. And if Danny loses, Dan, you should be proud of yourself, buddy.
Best mayor I've seen.
Yeah.
No, I agree there. He's
Unbelievable.
been very active, and the city, you hear about the city everywhere, especially on the local news, on TV, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a very good job.
Francisco brought in a feed bag this morning. So what's in store what did you bring in for grub?
I brought
Cisco?
a meatloaf and some mashed potato.
Okay.
Simple cooking.
So,
Easy.
do we have to-
Breakfast meal.
Do we have to nuke these, or are they ready to go?
No, it's hot. I cooked it this morning.
Well, you want to eat now?
It's up to you.
Let's eat now. Do you want to eat on camera or go to break?
It don't matter. We can wait till 6:30.
You know Karen's going to bring in food too, so
Yes.
Bring in meatloaf too.
Oh yeah, it's a competition.
I
So
forgot.
I think we should go with our first round now. Tommy, what do you think?
All right, let's try the first round now. Yeah.
Okay. That mic's acting up. I think I might want to change the batteries on that one. I don't know what's going on with it. Just give me a little crackle here and there. Move it. Yeah, I think Santa Claus might be distorting it. Can you move Santa? See the kneeling Santa?
Oh,
Right
I'm
here.
sorry.
Which way? This way?
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to put up.
We can just go off the end and have someone at the end grab a piece, eat, and then we'll swap out as they come in, and we can continue talking, or we can just do whatever. You're
Let the
the
producer decide.
Yeah. I can just eat on TV.
We'll make it happen. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to get up, go get your plates. I'll put this up. I'll put some music up, and we'll be back in a minute or so once they have their crowd play.
John, didn't you just have dinner club?
Super.
You guys are back up, so Bobby and Marty, we can hear you perfectly now.
Okay. So, yeah,
You guys aren't going?
no, anyways, we're back up, he told me, right? So, yeah, so it's funny how close I really am to him, but I never really hung around with Marty. I know a lot about his family.
Early, when we were
Yeah,
young,
yeah.
Little League time, and
But I had your dad on my mind because I used to like to go pheasant
boys.
hunting.
yeah.
Sit down and eat. Sit down, take your place, and eat, yes.
Oh, okay, then you
I
want
used-
us to.
I used to
All
like
right.
to go pheasant hunting, and your father taught me a few things about weapons, especially like how to sight your weapon in
Yeah.
and stuff. And he was just a guy like a lot of guys in that neighborhood.
Everyone hunted back then.
Oh yeah, it
Oh,
was
a lot
good,
of people hunting.
a good time. And the reason why I was thinking about weapons is because my son and I happen to be watching that show, watching the news, because that's all I ever watch is the news. I just watch the Trump channel, which is Fox.
Fox.
Yeah, that's all I watch. They all dump on me at my
What
house.
about the Rob Reiner thing? My God,
Yeah.
the kid got charged with murder and.
You hear Trump?
Yeah.
You hear Trump?
Yeah, here, yeah.
He is. There, he made a mistake there.
Yeah, you
Even
gotta,
if you hate a person, you don't do that.
no, that's what I always suggested when Charlie Kirk died. All those people were saying the nasty things about
Yeah.
him dying. Awful.
What did Trump say about Ryan?
He just didn't like him, he said.
In so many words.
I don't like
Right,
the guy.
so many
He's
words.
Russia this and
Yeah.
Russia that, I can't stand
Since
the guy.
Reiner died?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not good. And,
Yeah.
and the other one I thought,
That's bad.
and I'm not afraid to say I was a Trumper, but the other one that I thought hurt Trump was in Minnesota, as bad as that is. But, Matt, the fraud and welfare and food stamps, that's not going on in Massachusetts.
No. That's why they won't turn it over the books.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But again, we have some beautiful things happening. How about the Senate race? When is it, and what do you think
Vanna
about
Howard and
it? What do you
Rodney.
think about it? What do you think
I don't know if
about it?
Vanna can win in Drake it and Tewksbury. Can she win out there?
Can't.
No.
If Marty doesn't win, if Rodney doesn't win Drake it, I'll be shocked. He's
Yeah.
already out there.
Oh, he's everywhere out
Neck.
there.
I maintain it's going to be a neck-and-neck race in the city, and Rodney will win it in the towns. That's where I think.
I figure Townsend, not Town, Tewksbury
Tewksbury, yep.
and Drake it, he'll be real strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty, you know what I've said on the show? This show, I love McDonough's shows, both of his shows. I said, the way Eric come in second. I was a big fan of Eric topping the ticket.
I thought he would.
I even think I said I'm moving out of the city, and you never know, but I love Lowell. I'll go back on what I said. That's how much I was into this young man. Unbelievable. The stuff you don't see. What you hear in the newspaper, what you see on TV maybe, that's about all you see. You have to watch every meeting. Every meeting.
It's going to be interesting. There were a lot of 7-4 votes last year.
Yeah.
And that's why I made the prediction last January on Teddy's Inside Lola to be some changes, and I targeted Belvedere and the Acre, because that's where they could win. And now you have this mayor's fight going on, and you have a potential switch on that 7-4 to 6-5 in the other direction. And Eric's really a smart guy in municipal government. And it's going to be interesting to see the dynamics of that and how it changes,
Marty, how come? And I've said this 100 times here that they talked about the contract extension with Golden. They talked about the Geneva trip. No, one of the non-incumbents made an issue with that.
No.
And they could have, probably maybe bumped up a place, but they didn't. Nobody talks issues anymore. So
I got two comments from the audience. First one is
We look good eating.
Trump seizes Rob Reiner's death to attack the Hollywood director. And the next one is meatloaf and mashed potatoes for breakfast. That's good living.
It really is.
But that unbelievable thing that's happening out there in Minnesota, that has a lot. Trump said a lot of things about those people, and God bless him. I mean, I love the guy. I know he's nuts, but he said he didn't like none of them. Why don't they all go back? Comments like that. He's been on a roll for comments like that.
Wait till they get
But-
up to Maine with the whistleblower.
But see, when you're a grandfather, and I know Marty is, I know Tom is, I know John is, some of us multiple times. Are you a grandfather?
Mm-hmm.
Grandfathers usually have their top 3 issues, I think, is are my grandchildren safe? Are they eating every night and did they get heat?
Yeah.
We don't think of much more about them really and how their safety. And that's what I love about Trump. They're talking about Trump. He talks too much about the drug pushers and dealers. Trump's dropping bombs on them. You think
Yeah.
you'd want to go on a boat? I bet you wouldn't bring your boat out if you were living in Venezuela,
no,
right?
no.
But the issues that he's good on, oh God, if he ever stuck on just those, don't go off saying something about somebody that just died.
Yeah.
Especially this guy that was in all in the family, right?
He did the exact same thing that the people were doing at Kirk, and it's not nothing's changed. I mean, when Kirk was killed, the things that were being said were awful. I mean, awful.
Well, we need more filters. That's what we need. More.
Oh, what
more
didn't
filters
come
so
out
people-
was that Australian shooting. A Muslim guy stopped it.
Yeah.
That guy who grabbed that rifle, he was a Muslim.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I haven't heard that. Tommy, who's the guy who has the Lawrence paper there? Tommy Duggan. Tommy Duggan will head out to his page, and if Tommy Duggan put it up, it's pretty truthful stuff. So I believe him. So I wonder when that's going to hit the media, because the media is usually pretty harsh with the Muslims.
Yeah.
Because the media, there's a lot of people who are Jewish who work in the media. I know that third rail word, you can't say that, but
Right.
They were running articles yesterday that the 2 shooters, the father and sons, had gone over to ISIS or over the Middle East shortly before the shootings. And so, but there's been a strong belief that there's a underground movement in this country waiting for the word. Some of the retired generals and people in charge of security have always said that there's afraid there's an underground movement just waiting to be called in this country for an uprising like that with shootings. And when you look at the history, maybe there is.
Yeah.
well, I think one place where we're missing the boat is I can go out and buy a Lowell police uniform today. I should not be able to do that. And so if I'm going to attack the city, I'm going to dress like a Lowell cop. And I'm going to hide in my car, and that's how it's going to get done, boys. And that's something that the government's got to take a look at. These these uniforms, cramp down and say you can't buy one. And if somebody's trying to buy one, we want a report on it. You guys got any thoughts on that?
That's a good point.
Well, I know the individual shops that sell uniform to the police officers, they know most of the police officers in the state that come shopping there. So if they're going to purchase something like that, it'd probably be online. So if you're going to reduce that, you probably want to work on online orders and making sure there's filters and laws to protect those
Well, much like
orders.
guns, Cisco. Much like I can buy a gun online. I just got to send all my goody two shoes stuff in that I get. All my numbers for carrying a gun, I got to send that in there with proof.
Yeah.
And the police should be the same thing. I mean, you show up at I'm from the FBI. How the hell can where do we call the check?
You know, I go to
The
Lowell
government
High.
has its pants off on this issue. They're not down, they're off.
I go to Lowell High every morning just to drop off, and it's amazing how many policemen and cruisers I see around the high
Yeah.
school. Well,
Yeah.
that's what we're
And yeah, I
gonna
saw it
do.
the other day downtown in the afternoon. I can't believe the police presence on Merrimack Street, not just around the high school, down Merrimack Street, and the difference. I don't know what that's all about. I'm sure it's for if there's any issues, but that's probably a good idea.
I
Yeah,
worked there the past couple of years, and there was some fights after school.
Yeah.
And there were always fights after the school.
Yeah.
But now you have 20, 30 people, and a lot of times the kids aren't fighting. They all get their cameras out there filming.
Yeah.
I've seen that too, you know. And some of the people, go over there and break it up. I'm not putting my hands on the kid. You right out of your mind. You know?
Oh, you'd be crazy. Yeah.
No, call
Yeah.
the cops. Have the cops come, you know.
Yeah.
No, the best thing you can do with a kid is video it. Once a kid knows you video it, because I have kids come up, walking up the funeral home driveway, swearing at me and everything else. As soon as I turn my camera on, good morning, Mr. McDonough.
Yeah.
Don't you look extra nice today?
They're experts with the camera, I'll tell
They
you.
know when the camera's on. That's ooh.
You see a police officer downtown just walking, approaching where the kids are, and out come all the cameras, and they're filming the cop.
Yeah.
I personally think that, we should work on younger officers and then take some of these older officers and move them into the schools to do security. They should be doing security and giving them an opportunity to move into a job that's not as demanding as,
See, I think
first
we should
responders.
We have 150 cruisers at least in the city. The cruisers should be parked out in front of each school, on the grass, I don't care where it is, and there should be a undercover cop in the school. The cop should not be in uniform. An undercover cop in the school, and his job or her job is security.
Yeah, no, I
That'd be a good
like the
idea.
idea. They can swap out the school resources and officers usually will take a day to wear plain clothes.
Okay, if I walk into that school with an FBI outfit on and say, hey, look, I want to see the officer that's on duty today, they'll send him he's going to come right up to me and I'm going to blow his brains out.
Yeah.
Do you know,
You have to think, you can't,
No, I understand
we can't
that,
keep
but,
operating the old way
I
we
mean,
have.
There's a good network of officers and joint response that you get to meet your local officers. Like we know that local state respond officers that normally work. So, yeah, I think what you need to do is have more training so that people are more aware of signs
So
that
you're
that
a
come
retired
out.
cop, so I get my FBI uniform. I just got it from FedEx. I put it on, and I walk into where you're working. Hey, Cisco, how are you gonna be? You're gonna think I'm an FBI guy.
Yeah. You can still work on making that secure, just have like a word of the day.
I'm just
And-
calling it out there and saying, we can't act like we used to.
No, I agree.
What I'm surprised Cisco is my wife worked down at, she's retired now, she worked down at the courthouse down here. The court officers aren't armed. I mean, I always said that. I mean, somebody could walk in that courthouse, and I know they have the screening thing too, but they could walk in just in that front door and start shooting. You know what I mean? If they wanted. I'm surprised the court officers aren't armed. They just have. It's weird. That's what I've always said that.
Tommy, you think of all wherever you go to St. Francis on a Saturday or a Sunday. There's nobody armed there at St. Francis. St. Francis Church in
Oh
Dorking.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's nobody there.
Yeah.
and that's why they go there and do it, because they're cowards.
And it's something that every church has to consider.
Yeah.
I driving by a Protestant church coming home from the beach early Sunday morning. They got a security guard at the door. Uniformed security guard at the door. So I think that's a good step to take.
He's not uniform, but they have a gentleman down at the shrine that does and he's like a non-uniform. He keeps an eye on things down at the shrine down in town Lowell. So
Good
I
to
mean-
have them.
I would rather see people that have been vetted, like, again, retired police officers. You can retire pretty young, at 55.
Well, I mean, the door's
And
open, right?
I locked it. I was afraid that somebody might break in and steal my meatloaf.
you want me to get it, John?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
I
Freddy's
personally
here.
think, if
It'll
you
leave it
look
unlocked
at
for Karen.
retired officers as fairly young at 55, they
Yeah.
can still be active, and some officers keep themselves fit, very fit at 55. I would love to see an opportunity for those officers who want to continue serving the community go into a role of security, and also open opportunities for the next generation to come in. The more folks that were trained and vetted handling a gun, the thing is, you just don't want everyone to have a gun. There has to be some discipline
Yeah.
in response. Even with some new officers, we have some incidents where they responded with deadly force unneeding. And you see that now. You got officers being locked up for responding to a call with using too much force. But if you have a police officer that retires, 29 years on the job, especially with post and all the security checks that we have now, I think that's a good person that's been vetted that could go into a situation and respond appropriately without making it worse.
Well, like the University of Mass Lowell, most of their cops at one time, maybe still, were retired New Hampshire police officers. A lot of the courthouses, federal courthouses in Massachusetts, are retired police officers. They hire you part-time, not full-time.
It was unlocked, okay.
And so they do work that way. But I agree, there's a lot of experience there. And for opportunities for retired officers with the experience they have.
I do know
What's the cost for a 4-hour cop?
for a detail right now.
55 an hour, I would say.
No, they're up to 75 an
I was
hour.
gonna say
It's the average wages is 75.
So $600?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 4 hours is 3, right? 6 for 8, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I really think that you just, flagmen will probably, they'll kill
I'm
you
not
if
interested in flag. It's a perk. It's always
Yeah,
has been a
no,
perk.
I understand. But I just think that you have vetted on officers that could be used to protect
No, but I mean, if you want
students
a cop
and
at your
other.
door, if you want a cop at your church door,
Yeah.
it's going to cost you $300.
Yes, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Cough it up.
There was a case in Boston about a month or two ago where they saw an individual with a rifle near a synagogue. Did you read that story?
No.
And the synagogue had 2 guards. They went up and approached him, and they got it was a .22. Said he was shooting rats or something. But, I wouldn't be firing a .22 in Boston anymore either. Those days are done. But the point is they had security at the synagogue.
Well, most activities with large crowds are going to have security now,
Yeah.
just because that's the times that we live in now. It's who do you hire? You know what I mean? I'm just looking at a number of officers that are retiring young and healthy that could still do security and protect folks, especially on those high target areas. People are going to go in there with weapons, not, and you're going to need someone who's trained to take that action and be quick to respond so that they can reduce the number of people that are going to be injured or killed.
You know what you need in Lowell when it comes to cops and even firemen? It's all about how strong your union is, number one. That's the bottom line. And then the staff that you get, 60% of them have to be on the same team, or at least 60%.
Right.
Yeah.
And the ones that are deadbeats and really bad people, let the staff clean them up, and they will clean them up over time. They'll clean them up. Lowell, police department and me over the years, and I've been around here quite a while now. I had a couple uncles retired from the police department, many friends. Nepotism has to come back. You know why Brown University in 2025 doesn't have cameras in the building? How sad is that? A major university with thousands of students, top priority was not safety. The campus should have had cameras all over it. They have a safety audit done and failed to follow the recommendations. That's because they only have $8 billion. $8 billion there.
Yeah.
Begs the question, does City Hall have cameras?
Yeah, they have cameras.
I know Town Hall has cameras. I know throughout the building, outside the building too, so.
Lowell High, when I was on the school committee, they had cameras. And they had
Lowell High should, but I'm talking about City Hall.
But they had nobody monitoring it, nobody watching it.
So my idea with cameras is the police department leaders have fallen behind. Unlike the fire department, who leaders chose to enact laws that, bring standards to new construction in regards to like alarms, fire alarms and smoke detectors. The police department should enact laws which require new structures to have cameras, a number of cameras. And have cameras that could be used by the police department or, at this point, you solve more crimes with more video on footage than you do with witnesses.
Well, Cisco, I'll tell you, AI is coming right around the corner with this camera business. You're not going to need to have somebody watching cameras anymore. You're going to tell the camera, what are you watching for? And the camera will report to you, you just had an unwanted come walking into your building.
Wow.
That's, AI's going to do that.
They, even in the intersections now, they have the cameras. I've talked to police officers over the years, they
Hey,
said,
Freddie?
don't do anything because even driving your car, you're on film somewhere.
Yes.
You go to downtown Lowell, the banks and those places all have cameras.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, and when I watched that at Brown University, it's in the middle of the city. Now, there has to be banks or those,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Sure.
they'll have the cameras.
Sure.
But Brown, I'm surprised UMass Lowell has nothing but cameras over there.
Yeah, no, UMass does have a great camera system, and they have an officer watching the activity, and they watch cameras. We have cameras in the city, too, that are watched by the dispatchers and some of the staff at the police department. So they're stationed, and some of those cameras can be moved throughout the city, depending on your hotspots.
Yeah.
They'll move those to get live footage, which is a good thing. I mean, at this point, everybody needs to assume you're being recorded. So I think the privacy issue is gone to the side. If you're out in public, guess what? You're being recorded. You need to act accordingly. And you hold people accountable. I mean, and pass laws that will hold those actions when you get caught on camera. You know what I mean?
Well, now we welcome school committee man and Greater Lowell School Committee man, Fred Bahou. Welcome, Fred.
Thank you.
And on that note, I should at the beginning of the program send out the condolences to George O'Hare's family, who was a former colleague of yours at the regional school committee. He came on the show often, and we mourn his passing. He was a great guy. So
George was not only a great guy, but he was a great school committee guy.
Yeah.
And ultimately always had his best interest of the students on his mind.
Yeah.
So he's a big loss to the community.
Yeah.
And he was a great guy. He was a guy that sort of helped me become a
better
what I like to think of an effective school.
You have a
committee
mentor. Sometimes I've had mentors in my life that I followed on my boards that I'm on. I watched them and they try to act like they were and be reasonable and be sensible and be courteous and all that stuff. So
Sure, because sometimes when you come in, you're ready to bang some heads.
Yeah. And then on a lighter note, I forgot at the beginning of the show, it's going to be the third night of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to all our Jewish friends out there. Tonight's the third night of Hanukkah. So
Happy Hanukkah.
so how you been, Fred? What's new? What do you got to tell us? You got
I'm
any
doing
dirt?
great. I'm doing great. All is good. The weather is frigid.
You get sworn into your second term in a couple of weeks for the school committee.
I do, for the Lowell School Committee.
Yeah.
We got vocational programming.
Yeah.
We just got approved for Part B of our application.
Great.
So we're looking to have as many as 6 programs at Lowell High School, starting, I believe, well, the hope is this upcoming September.
That's great.
So it's pretty exciting to go ahead and see this
You
come
were
to
pushing for
fruition.
that.
I did.
He was,
They
he
were
has
really
been.
pushing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
only because I've been at the Vogue, right?
Right.
And we turned away $800 a year, so that was something
Wow.
that I saw as a necessity for Lowell Public.
And this is your second term going to be on the school committee. How many terms on the vote have you been?
Well,
3?
those are 4-year terms.
Yeah, so you have,
So I'm just completing my fourth term.
Wow.
My seat will be up for grabs next September.
12 years.
Cameras do not prevent crime, they just document them. That's true.
No, I agree.
I think it's a deterrent.
Yeah, if you think you're going to get recorded and caught, it's going to deter you. Yeah, all day long.
When Karen comes in, by the way, could you sit in between Marty and myself?
I'm
No, no,
going to sit on the side and eat.
I bet you
Why don't
she
you
has
leave?
those
She can
lemon
sit right
blueberries.
here.
I bet you we're gonna get a lemon blueberry today. I got a feeling.
Freddie,
But,
I got a question for you. You just mentioned on vocational. Wouldn't it be this is thinking if we can
Let's
give
move
you a
things
pot,
forward. Sure,
a
Francisco.
pot of cash. Wouldn't it be great to, now I know we still have a high school that still needs to be finished, but wouldn't it be great to build another facility, maybe on the outskirts, where we can shift those kids to and give them those vocational skills? And that would be a cheaper school to build.
Build another vocational school, you mean?
Yeah, why not?
Francisco, that's the hope. Right, don't forget, there is the old Freshman Academy, which was originally the trade school back in the 50s and 60s, right? Marty
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Bobby and,
Yeah.
right? So ultimately, it would be great to have its own facility for vocational programming. And it's right there on campus already. So, that could be a very good place to start.
You talk about the vocational school. I told a story a couple of weeks ago. I saw a newspaper article from 50 years ago, 1960, or maybe 60 years ago, 1965. There was an election referendum defeated to the building of a great old vocational school. Defeated it soundly. They didn't. People wanted. They had the trade school. They want to spend money. People want to spend money.
People don't want to spend money in the 60s.
And now it turned into be a showcase for the community.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I want to raise my glass to my coffee cup to Paul Sheehy, because he was the person that really pushed for the vocational schools.
When he was the state rep.
In the late 60s and early 70s. And, currently we are, I think, in our 51st year, or coming up on our 52nd year at Great Lowell Tech, which I didn't graduate as, but I've been there for so many terms, I feel like I'm a student now, or I feel like I've been there for a long time.
You serve with some great guys out there, my friend Paul Moore and my friend Matt Sheehan. Paul, those two guys are aces. So.
Great guys. They show up to every meeting, and they've been a part of the Voc for many years of their life.
Matt was a student.
Matt's a graduate. Paul worked there for 20 years.
That's right, I forgot
plus.
about that.
There's one place to keep an eye on, if rumor is true, is the building where Fred C. Church used to be. Remember they built it as a dorm or whatever, private dorm?
Yeah.
I keep hearing they're for sale.
Oh, really?
They come up, So that would be right across. When they were building the high school, I thought the city should have bought that building off Fred C. Church for the freshman academy. And I was told, well, the kids would have to cross the street. Well, they're 15 years old. Give me a break, But that would have been a great buy. But if rumor is true, that I hear that building might be what you're looking for right across the street.
Sure. No doubt. That would be great. I mean, anything we can do on campus, but anything we can do to expand vocational programs.
So the other thing I would suggest is vocational. Who has the interest in those employees would be the private sector and the plumbers, and wouldn't they be the unions? Wouldn't they be the ones that you could go and make a project that they can support financially? Why not let them build the building or pay for the building and get some? Well, you know what I mean.
It's just thinking out of the box. Money, sure, and I get it. And I don't know if Milltown Plumbing would like to go ahead and give Lowell Public Schools $1 million or $500,000 to fund a building that may or may not work for them. Because at the end of the day, couldn't they develop their own training facility if that's something that they wanted to do? But I know that there is money in the governor's office. I know Maura Healey says we can't build vocational schools because they cost way too much money to build. Take a look at Lexington High. They want to build a new Lexington High, or they're going to build a new Lexington High.
$660 million.
Oh,
that's God.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Maura Healey says if you want to start smaller satellite locations, then we will fund you for that. And one of my thoughts on a smaller satellite location, and great idea with the old Fred C. Church building, is the Walgreens over on Middlesex Street. That's been vacant for a while. And could we go ahead and get funding from that location, put 3 or 4 vocational programs in it, electrical, plumbing, we have the proper ceilings. Here at Lowell Public Schools, we don't have the proper ceilings. And we don't have the proper space to go ahead and develop the carpentries and the electricals and such like that. So that's going to be my goal for the next 2 years. I don't know that we can get that done. I've already started working on it, but you never know. I see a Rodney Elliott sign outside, and if he became our state senator, I believe he would be an advocate of developing more trade programs in the city of Lowell. So let's hope for the best.
I'm not sure. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm not sure if the security at St. Francis are armed, but I know them. They know how to use a gun. Previous job experience. Even an armed police officer can be overcome. All we can do is pray. Good point.
Page 2.
Is this the last week for City Life until after the New Year? We've got to talk to the producer.
No, we're going to be.
Next week.
There's no show Christmas or the day after.
Okay.
And there's no show New Year's. The 31st.
New Year's Eve.
I'll talk to the crew on Thursday, see what they want to do, but there's no show on Friday.
Yeah. So. And this is
the first.
While you're saying that, this is the last city council meeting of the year tonight, I believe. Mr. Mayor Rourke's final meeting. Maybe he'll be mayor again, but they're saying you all done, Fred, for the year, school committee? You had your Tomorrow's your last meeting?
Tomorrow's our
Yeah.
last day.
So they have
Yep.
a final meeting for the city council tonight, so, let's see, there's one council leaving or two?
Three.
Three? Oh, that's right, that's
Yeah,
right.
three.
Yeah.
Say thank you
That's
to
right.
Wayne Janess,
Yes, yep,
Paul Rathiem, and Corey Belanger.
that's right, three. I forgot about Janess. I remember at the end.
Yeah.
Corey's
So-
running for somebody's seat. A
Well,
state rep
they
seat.
say he's gonna run for, if.
I heard him say it on
Yeah.
TV somewhere. I seen him say it.
Well, I don't think he'd run against Ivana Howard, but if Ivana Howard were to win the Senate seat, I think he'd run. What do you think, Marty?
I think
I
he'll
don't know.
run. We need someone to run against her,
Yeah,
but I think he
I
can.
agree with you.
Tommy,
Well,
you want to read this
but it's
from
not going
Eric
anywhere.
Gitchier?
I don't believe that is true, but who knows?
Talking about your mayor's rumor,
Oh,
Yeah.
so that Jenny Rourke didn't lose any votes.
okay.
You know, I knew Eric.
That's from Eric?
Yeah,
That's
Eric,
from Eric, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Eric,
Well, he would know.
Eric pays attention.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here quiet and I'm listening to Fred talk, and I can only think of the Windsor shop.
I was thinking I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, you go in there for your coffee and you shoot your opinions at each other. And
Oh,
he hung around with a lot of the guys that I love.
Yeah.
Timmy Fallon. That's why I used to travel across the city to go to the Windsor shop.
yeah.
So did McDonough, so did Krieger. I mean,
Yeah.
it was really, it was
Oh,
a great spot.
it was,
And I
it
didn't
was.
realize how lucky I was to be in there.
Yeah.
So did Marty.
Yeah.
Marty would pop in.
Yeah.
You know, say, hey, Fred, what do you hear?
I'm with Freddie Simon.
38, Freddie, and Fruins, these places are huge to learn what was going on in the city. And when Freddie sold, you lose that, you
Yeah.
know?
I remember being a health inspector in Lowell before I was in Drake, and I inspected that store. It was a great store. It kept it clean. It was always.
It was important.
My favorite store was Freddie Simon. I always have a Freddie Simon store. And him and I had together at some Salvation Army event. And he says, Tommy, and he always talks, I don't know why he always talks so, Tommy, I got some checks here. Bring them up to the Windsor shop when you were running for state rep, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. Freddie was aces.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
man.
we had a wonderful group
Oh,
of people that passed through that place for
Yeah.
over 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
And yeah,
where
like
I
you
got
said-
my desire.
Well, like Marty
Right.
said, Fruins, Freddie's store, a lot of other stores
yeah.
like that. You know, I think of the Lowell Food Center up on Chelmsford Street. He had the Wally Hudzik was the guy that owned it. He had the fresh meats and there was a regular meat store too, plus the variety store. And it's,
Freddie was a character. He came into church one Sunday, and I'm sitting in the back. He says, well, I'm glad I found you. And I said, what's up, Freddie? He says, I forget what he was doing, or they had a group doing. He says, but we got to get a U.S. Senator. I said, okay, you know, no biggie. He said, but they got to be out of New York. So I said, well, I have friends with Schumer and Clinton. So I says, look, I'm not going to make a call here. So I walk outside the church, and I call my contacts in both offices. And I come back, and he said, how'd you make out? I says, who do you want, Schumer or Clinton? They're both ready to help. They said, you know, whatever you need. They were on board. But Freddie was such a, and I would never do anything like that. But Freddie, it was always a good.
what he did with the 9/11 memorial up in Tewksbury, he saw the Salvation Army. My God, what he did
Yeah.
for us. I was ringing the bell the other day. I'm doing some bell ringing, and I'll be doing a few more days this week and next week. And people come up to me still. And I don't even know these people. They know Fred Simon. And it's a shame he's gone and all that. And the people throwing their money in the kettle because they knew Freddie. And that's what happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you could be ringing the bell and somebody, Freddie, you know, Freddie Bob, Freddie's, that happens a lot.
Sure,
You'll hear it from people. You
And
know?
let's be real, Freddie Simon
Yeah.
was, the face of the Salvation Army
Yeah.
fundraising for Christmas
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
ever. And people appreciate, even just his memory.
Yeah.
Even his memory. And may it be eternal.
It was funny. I did the Syrian Lebanese exhibit back in 2008.
Okay.
Ali was going for his doctorate.
Okay, yeah.
St. George's had more families who were involved in the city, in the background, in the forefront. They had so many outstanding members of the community for such a small church.
Yeah.
And when I first started the project, Paul Sheehy, I was his mailman. I used to stop in his house in the afternoons. And I said, Paul, and Paul grew up in the Aiken. He was friends with many of those people and the Sabres and things. And Paul was really helpful with that. And the best story I ever heard was George Saber. They put a city pool in down at the North Common back in the day.
Yeah.
And Syrians, little
It's
darker, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And
with dark
they,
skin,
they,
right?
they told George Saber he couldn't go in the pool because he was dark, you know?
Wow.
So
Wow.
he told Paul Shee, he was sitting there all upset, you know, and Paul goes over to the lifeguard and said, "Did you tell that to him?" He said, "Not get in the pool." And Paul had to beat the guard, the lifeguard, unless he let George Saber. George told me the story. He said, "I get in the pool that day."
Wow.
He said, Paul Shee, he went over and said to the guy, "You know, I'm gonna..."
I never heard that story.
that's
George
quite a-
told
that's
me
quite
the
a story.
story.
Wow.
That
And
must
I
have been in the
asked,
70s
and
or
I
the
said,
late 60s.
"Oh, I
Because George was older than me, right? You talking about George the dad or George the son?
George the dad."
George the dad?
Yeah.
George
So
is,
you're
you know,
going back to the 50s.
George is
or
90
whatever.
years old.
One at a time, boys.
95.
I've been doing some physical therapy lately, and I've been having some big laughs because I've been in swimming pools with a lot of older people. Feel like that movie Cocoon, you know? Serious. So I couldn't wait to get out of the swimming pool stuff. But now I'm doing weights. I'm lifting
Bobby, you want
weights.
to read this one?
My only critique of the mayor is that he mumbles too much, talks too fast, and can be hard to hear what he's saying. Well, that's what I love about him. He keeps it flowing. Whoa. I've
Yeah.
never seen a city council move the agenda so fast.
Yeah.
And the one thing I see slowing him down is Eric. I always see Eric. You know, and I look at Fred, I think Fred's like the mayor of Eric's business in Lowell. Eric, he had to deal with Eric all the time. All the time. And Timmy Fallon.
That's
and
right, he was there.
the Boyle family and, you know, people that love football. Lowell High, by the way, you guys see that, right? They only lost one game.
Yeah.
To Tewksbury, and poor Tewksbury lost to Situate in the Super Bowl. What a game. What a game. Tewksbury is telling you that what a football place that is.
And poor Danny, he's always getting a rap for his mumbling. He just talks that way, and it's,
He talks rapidly.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He'll call me up, and I'm trying to comprehend what he's saying, but I get it. I put the words together, but he's just.
What did
but
Sakari Chow say he needs hooked on phonics? Or
yeah. That was a joke at one of the
Yeah.
breakfasts, I think. Yeah.
But I see an improvement too. I mean, being new to public speaking, I think in the last 4 years, some of the stuff that he's doing now is a lot better. You
Oh,
can
yeah?
understand
Huh?
him a lot clearer. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the presentations, compared to when he first started, I think there's been an improvement.
Like I said, just my opinion. I live in Drake, and he's a friend of mine. I hope he can pull off another term. You know, well, you serve with him with the school committee. Good mayor.
I
Good
do,
mayor.
and he moves the meetings right along.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
get our job done.
Yeah.
And you
Great.
know, it moves efficiently.
Right.
I don't know if he has the votes, and I hope he does, but I recently seen something about him with the building some athletic complex out near Collie.
Yeah.
That, you know, there's a lot of money involved
Yeah.
in that. I forget the amount, but it's in the millions. And he's a big part of it, and his friends are too. Matt LaLasher, for one, and many, many more of them. And they raised a lot of money, and some great things are coming, you know. But I'm still saying
Have
to
you
myself,
talked to your friend? Gone blank.
I got
Bobby,
no
the guy, the one that lost this council seat that ran up in district. Durant, who beat Durant there.
Finn.
Finn.
Dan Finn.
Think he'll make
No,
a comeback?
You know, Dan, the thing I remember Dan saying to me is he might have a better shot running
Citywide. Yeah.
because
I told you
one
that.
of the
Yeah.
one of the things that was thrown at him a few times is he's not from Belvedere. Well, he should feel real good because he got a lot of votes at Belvedere. So
Losing an
if
election
he
by
did
11
run,
votes.
If he did run citywide and he goes out there, the Finn family, I'm telling you, in the Centerville area, anywhere in Drake, obviously, but all over Pawtuckaville, the Finns have a pretty good name, put it that way.
Yeah.
Surely do. They're generational. They're generational, and they've been in the city for a long time and understand the city's needs, understand the city's politics, and want to help progress the cities. And the Finns are in every corner of the city, whether they're on Christian Hill or whether they're in the Islands or Belvedere. We see the Finns all the time.
In Drake, I was.
And that's even before, that's after the winter show.
We just hired a new executive director for the housing authority out in Drake. I'm on the housing authority out there, and we had a screening committee, and one of the screening committee members was Dan Finn's sister. I said, "But they're everywhere."
No doubt, no doubt.
I'd like to see him or Corey Belanger run for governor's council. Corey did once, but it's so hard because what they've done is talk about gerrymandering. They put the most progressive areas in our district.
Absolutely.
And when you see the parole board in Massachusetts, they've let over 42 first and second degree murderers out in the past 2 or 3 years. You need someone on the governor's council who maybe might question. We did have someone for years, I can't think of her name, she was great, and they kind of districted away from us. I saw her at a function, and they started moving her more towards Brookline. To get rid of her, and I think she finally lost. But those two guys, I thought, in that position would be great.
Talking about the Senate race, I think next Tuesday is the final day to file papers for that. For the Senate seat, the file papers, file your nomination papers, and then the special is on February 3rd.
February 3rd,
and the election is on March 3rd. So
February 3rd is coming up pretty
No,
rapidly.
that's coming up real fast, and we definitely gotta remind folks that if you want your candidate to win that day, you better get out there and vote. It's gonna be something.
It could be like today, freezing. It's actually worse. It was warm compared to yesterday. Yesterday was warm compared to yesterday. And then it could be balmy day, or it could be a balmy day.
Let's be real. The February 78 snowstorm was, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
I was delivering papers. But
Yeah.
February 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So February 3 is not a pleasant day.
And when is the Super Bowl
Weather-wise.
too?
That's like February
I
7th.
think that's probably the Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
Is
Super
it?
Bowl week.
is
People
it
will be
not-
buzzed out with that.
Yeah. So
I think February 3rd is on a Tuesday, obviously, I believe. So I think
yeah.
the Super Bowl is the following Sunday. So
If I had advice to give those candidates, is to make sure you got your people notified and make sure that they're reminded constantly that February 3rd, like Freddie said, it's just around the corner. And plan for harsh weather. If they don't have vehicles, make sure that, make arrangements for them to get picked up and transported.
I heard Rodney had a successful event down at
Yeah.
Northern last
It
week.
was very.
Yeah, we're going to be having one out in Drake
very
from
packed.
coming up pretty soon at O'Hara's, I believe. So
Marty's best gift, I'm saying Marty.
Rodney?
Marty would know better than me about this. Rodney, without a doubt, to me, was always married into the Machado family, and the Hoeys and the Machados. We just got along, and we do our best to get them elected, anyways. And it was because of name recognition, without a doubt. But Rodney, you better have sneakers on to keep up with him. He goes everywhere.
he is everywhere.
Think he's awake. I don't think he's awake. I think sometimes he's just floating back and forth. I've seen him. That guy doesn't miss a beat.
He hit the town meetings. He was at Drake at town meeting. He was at Dunstable town meeting. I'm sure he was at Tewksbury. He knows what to do as far as the campaign with sign workers. And so, again, I'll predict to get right here that he will win it in the towns, but it'll be a race in the city.
He'll win it,
And the advantage he has in the city, he's ran citywide before.
I thought the biggest question in the city was the Highlands, because Rodney will take one side of River Vanna, should do well. And I said the Highlands might be where it could be decided in the city, but Vesna Noon is very strong out there, and he's very close to Vanna. So, and along with the state rep, Tara Hung, so that could help
Sure.
Vanna there.
Sure.
Yeah, the Democratic City Committee is going to help him and help her, Vanna, Howard, and Lowell, without a doubt.
Oh, Lowell, yeah.
Without
Take
a doubt.
out a Lowell.
And Rodney,
the opposite.
Rodney's like Rita. Rodney's been to Cambodia way back. Rita, I think, was the first one to go. Remember, she's over there riding elephants or something.
Right.
But, no, I'm serious. And then she hugged every one of them. Every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, she'd be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Okay.
Yeah, every one of them. Every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl
She
Diner.
was there 2
hugging
weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be
Okay.
back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl
She
Diner.
was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl
She
Diner.
was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl
She
Diner.
was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl
She
Diner.
was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their fundraiser, should be out in front of the Owl Diner.
She was there 2 weeks ago.
We gotta go to break, boys. Be back.
Yeah, one of them, every time Salvation Army had their
Sorry, they just popped away.
You want me to start the show first before I read them?
Go right ahead.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the December 16 edition of City Life. With us this morning, we have a big crowd today. We have school committee man and regional school committee man for Bahou, former city councilor and former classmate of mine in St. Peter's, Marty Lorrey, my good friend Bob Hoey, who is my co-host, former school committee man, former candidate, future candidate for city council, Cisco Maldonado, who brought in some great meatloaf this morning. It was delicious.
Thank you.
And good morning, everybody. Before we start, I forgot the beginning of Dawn Patrol to say, first of all, Happy Hanukkah to all our Jewish friends. I believe tonight is the third night of Hanukkah. And also, sympathies go out to George O'Hare's family. George passed away last week, I believe, after a lengthy illness. He was a great guy, former school committee man. I remember my age now, I'm aging. I remember when he was elected to the school committee back in '73. And Freddie served with him as a colleague and a great guy, all-around great guy. And,
If he didn't know how to run a campaign, nobody did.
Yeah,
He ran Dukakis's campaign. He ran campaigns.
I got
campaign.
I got political history for you. He was Victor Forsey, who was a former
That's correct.
campaign manager.
Yeah.
Victor lives up in Maine now. So
Remember your church.
yeah.
Of course, exactly. Back to that, no doubt.
So what do you got? Let's go around the table. Fred, what do you got? Everything? You start your second term in about 10 days or so, whatever
Hang
it
on
is?
to that for a second, Tom.
Oh.
We're gonna back up to the first
I want
hour.
to read those. Yeah.
Leftover issues.
Okay. If Rodney or Vanna will win, there will be another special election when who would run. Okay, that's good. Please spare us the governor's council's complete joke to the state. First thing, I think that we talked about, who'd you talk about earlier? Belanger running for state rep, right?
Yeah, I
Bobby?
seen that, yeah.
I don't know who would run if Rodney were to, if Rodney wins, who would run for his seat? That'd be interesting to see who'd run for that. There was talk, but I don't think, who's the talk of Sakari running for state rep? Would that be his district?
No.
He's not in Sakari.
He's Tara Hung.
So he's going to run against, there was talk that he might run against Tara Hung?
Yeah, he's showing up to everything. Everything
Yeah.
that I show up to at the Highlands, I wasn't seeing him
Wasting
regularly,
his
but
time.
he's showing up to everything right now.
Yeah.
Wasting his time.
What? Oh, against Tara Hung?
Don't take Maura Healey's endorsement this time, Sakari.
But let's be real, don't forget, this election ends on March 3rd.
Yeah.
And the following election is in September for the exact same state
You got
Senate
to pull
seat.
papers in April.
There could be a rematch for this race, whatever happens.
Oh, yeah.
For
Yeah.
September
Yeah.
after the March, result.
Yeah.
It was funny. I thought
If it's that close.
Whose district are you in? Are you in Tara Hung's district?
I'm in Tara Hung's
Okay.
district, that's correct, the Highlands.
Yeah.
I thought for this race, I wouldn't be surprised if someone from Drake or Tingsboro jumped in who served or is serving on the regional school, because you've been on a ballot already in all these towns.
I could vote for
Tommy,
Freddie
you
now.
running? Tommy
Yeah, it's a
Bomil,
big
you
deal.
running?
What's that?
You gonna run for state rep?
I will enjoy my regional transit authority, enjoy my housing authority, and enjoy my board of health. I love those committees dearly, so no, I'm not running for public office. Well, I did run for public office. I was reelected. I ran unopposed twice for the housing authority.
And they keep you busy,
Oh,
right? 3
I'm telling
boards, forget about it.
I'm telling you. Yeah, but I enjoy them. It keeps me going. Like
Yeah.
I say, you got to keep going.
I know, I get it.
And my wife likes it. She sees me less, so. So,
When Fred's on the show, and it hasn't been too many times that Fred and I have been on the same show, but I think of Fred, and then I think of my old friend, Ed LaLasha, Stowe Pines Market, right?
oh, another one. Yeah.
Windsor Shop. Think of how powerful Ed LaLasha was, right next to the bridge there on Gorham Street.
Yeah.
And he became well-known every section of Lowell, but this guy sitting to the right of me, Fred Bahou, you got the gift of gab, buddy, and you're a good guy. You're a good guy. You won't get beat.
I learned from all you guys.
Well, he won it.
Well, no.
Freddie.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Fred won in a landslide election back this past November.
I was unopposed.
That's what I meant. I was
Yeah, a lot
I
more.
beat Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Right, but Dominic Lay worked really hard. He had no one running against him. What was the person's name in District 7, I believe? Is that Paul Rathiam's
Yeah.
district?
Yes.
Sidney Lang.
Yeah.
Lane.
No doubt in my mind, the person that helped him the most, young Ju Chow. Young Ju Chow. I kept seeing her connect to this guy, and that guy worked hard.
And Dave Willett.
He worked hard.
Dave Willett
Yeah,
was
Dave
with
Willett.
them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Rethiam, it seemed, but I've met him once or twice. Seemed like a gentleman. Seemed like a guy that was really there for the community, for the city as a city councilor. It's too bad. I kind of sad he's lost, but that's how it goes, Just,
Well, he hit that. He hit a few issues with real estate there. I can't think of the building.
oh, the Smith Baker.
Yeah, Smith Baker
yeah.
Center, yeah.
But that's bounced back in their favor. We had them on the radio that day with Steve McCarthy, and they were trying to save it. And I said, "Did you guys see the Lowell Sun yet?" And they said, "No." And I said, "There's a letter from Danville Everett to the Lowell City Council. We're ready to work with you on this project." And they were like, "Oh, no." I thought it was over. But, boy, they kept it going.
Yeah.
Mm.
John,
We're gonna move on.
yeah, bring her in here. She can have my seat. I'll go in there.
No, Karen, sit over here. Get out of here. The
You're
prettiest
on the
right.
inside, you know what
Hey.
happens, right? All the questions go your way.
Oh, yeah?
Good luck,
That's
get
all
over
right.
there, Francisco.
Without a doubt, the
Zambulli.
prettiest register of deeds in the whole Commonwealth, probably the country. All right.
Let's go with that, no doubt.
Welcome, Karen Cassella, Register of Deeds.
Thank you.
This is the biggest crew I think ever
I
on a
know,
Tuesday.
right?
This is we had one
Well,
more.
when I heard there was a meatloaf competition.
So welcome, Karen. How you doing?
Very good, good.
All set for Christmas? Got all your grandkids' gift spot? All 400 gifts?
Yeah, right. I know. No, I only go a little bit for them because they're still young.
Oh yeah.
They
My
get
wife's
too
doing.
much, and then
My wife says, "Can I spend an extra 80 on that?" Go ahead. It's for the grandkids. It's for
I
the
know.
grandkids. The heck with the kids, I tell them. The
Just
grandkids,
right?
Yeah. Well, you just end up
No, I
putting out
know.
more gifts in June,
Exactly.
right? Because, they just get overwhelmed with so many gifts. So you
No,
put
I
them
know.
away in the attic and
Right.
you pull them back out.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah,
why, John always said to me, "You know why you got 5 grandkids? That's a reward
love
from
that.
God for
Yeah.
not killing your children."
Oh, but we
Yeah,
love our
he's-
grandchildren,
He said that a few times.
right?
But
I know.
don't mind me, but what did you bring to eat?
Meatloaf, it's a
Yeah.
competition.
Oh.
We want
And I
to-
forgot
All right,
all
all
about
right,
it.
all
I forgot.
right.
I wasn't here last week, and I
The
forgot all about it.
competition was Tom,
Yeah.
and he didn't make one.
That's all
I'll
right,
make-
well,
I'll bring one
I
next
did
week.
for
All right.
him.
I wanted to try it with the
You want every
oatmeal.
Tuesday?
Okay, I'll try it.
No,
Okay.
What do you mean
No.
with
Did
the
you know about
stuffing?
meatloaf?
Yeah.
because I was talking with John and I heard about it, and I saw it on here, so I said, oh, I think I'll have to join that one.
He didn't ask me to
Bobby
do it.
didn't
We're gonna
bring
do
one
a
either.
cookie competition
I
though
don't
for the
know.
next one.
Karen, to be honest, Bobby was hoping you'd bring your lemon cookies, to be honest with you. He's-
I am next Tuesday, next
Next
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Those are
cookie
the best.
contest.
Oh,
He mentioned that exactly at 6:41, just to let you know, Karen's bringing in the cookies, the lemon cookies.
How's
Next
everything
week.
going at the shop?
things going down
Awesome,
there?
yeah, very good, yeah, we just had, I actually, just booked some time at the senior center in Lowell,
Great,
starting in February,
great.
so yeah.
Will that be a monthly thing or once in a while thing?
Yeah,
Oh, great.
twice a month we'll
Oh,
go in
great.
and, yeah, we'll be in there and if anyone has questions, homesteads.
Yeah,
Artie's gonna bring the computer and he can help them with the consumer notification program.
sure.
So, I mean, it is not the easiest thing, right, if you're not into the computers and, so
Right,
he'll
right,
help
right.
them, he'll walk them right through it, so,
Seniors
Yeah.
appreciate that.
yeah,
Right?
Oh, yeah.
They'll line up for something like that, just to have that information.
yeah, so we'll do that a few times a month.
You know, I love hearing her talk about the first hour, by the way, we were talking about policemen quite a bit, you know, when we come in this morning, and here's the mother of a cop and her husband's a cop. I mean, imagine how she goes to bed every night.
But
You know,
one eye
those are the ones we don't look at. Really, you don't. I know my wife used to say, watch out what you're doing. Listen, I'm only going to the prison. It's not a big deal. And it wasn't.
Tommy, does this go, you have to go for seconds, so we have some comparison.
Yes, okay.
Might be wrong.
Yeah, is there
Have you-
anyone else
have you had
eating the
it yet?
meatloaf?
That is one I can't eat until I see.
Oh, come on, Cisco.
We'll
We're not
go
bashful.
for seconds. All
Hey,
right.
Seconds.
Oh, my
The
God.
only reason why I'm not trying either one of those meatloafs
Keep carrying
Why?
the show with Marty and
is because my false teeth might fall out.
Oh, stop it.
I don't want to eat that bad. I love meatloaf.
We are the.
Serious.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I make it, my grandson likes it, so I'll
Oh,
make
you
the
can
meatloaf.
take some
Yeah.
home, yeah, absolutely.
He loves it.
Smell, it has, I can smell the seasoning.
I don't know what was
from-
going on. I walked in, I saw
The onion.
meatloaf. What's happening here?
Right.
And I never had meatloaf for breakfast, but who
Well, I
knows?
brought
Who
a
knows?
sweet potato pie the last time I was here for
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Oh, that
Oh.
great. Sweet potato pie, spinach pie.
I know,
So
I'm making
Carol-
that, we're having a Christmas party in the office on Wednesday, so I'm in charge of
yummy.
spinach pie.
That's always good.
Stop by,
Karen,
feel free to stop
are
by.
they closed over Christmas, they closed over
Oh.
New Year's? Ask Karen that question, they can't hear me, I have.
Yeah.
I think hers has a little better
Karen, is the
flavor.
registry open during the holidays?
Every day but Christmas.
Every day but Christmas.
Yeah.
So the day after Christmas, you're open?
Yes, yeah,
And do you know my friend Marty Lorrey?
Oh, I
Yes.
know.
You do?
Her husband?
Yeah, everybody knows Fred Bahou.
Oh, my.
Right?
Whether you want to or not.
Hey, say something to get to Eric Getcha. He's listening. He listens to everything.
I got a question. I was coming in this morning at 5:45, and the old Superior Courthouse, the parking lot, there was a bunch of vehicles in there. Are they doing anything with that, or?
no, I think it's the people that live in the area.
Oh, they're just
Oh.
letting them
Yeah,
park? Oh,
yeah.
nice.
They're just,
Nice.
the way, and then the lot right next to it on the diagonal from.
Yeah, they own that too.
Right,
Yeah.
and that one has been packed for a year or so.
Okay,
So-
I was just surprised. It was early in the morning. I said, look at all the cars in there. And that's nice if they're letting the neighborhood use it for now.
Yeah,
I mean, why not? I mean, honestly, there's a need for parking. Why wouldn't we not just make it a parking in green space for the area? Unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna lose some tax revenue,
They-
but you're gonna make a lot of people happy in Back Center, especially when you got all these new structures being built with no parking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an opportunity, you know, yeah, there's an opportunity to make some money, but there's also an opportunity to build some parking and give us some land for future development if we need it, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, that lot that's diagonal from the Superior Court, that would be a perfect lot.
Now, the city owns the old district court. Did they buy that, Marty? The district court on Hurd Street?
Yeah, they did buy
Did
it.
they?
But,
The city did
but
get it?
Superior Court, nobody owns, it's still in the hands of the state, right?
This one's going up for bid. I thought I saw
Yeah, it's going
something
up for bid.
Yes.
in the newspaper about.
Both of
Yeah.
them,
Bid.
both.
Very soon, right? It's going up,
yeah,
who
yeah.
knows, in February or
Yes,
January?
both on
I
old
think you're right.
court
So that's gonna be fenced
buildings.
off in a minute.
Yeah.
I know the city wanted the old district because once they're done with the ICC, I think the city wants that all part of the front runner, that
Oh,
they could
yes,
put
yeah.
something down in that end of the.
I remember talking about putting the police station there, but
Rebuilding, yeah.
remodeling the whole place and put the old police station. Yeah, Bobby.
Did Tom's wallet survive the casinos
I
last
broke
week?
even. I broke even.
That's a win.
Eyes are on you, Tommy.
That's a win.
That's a win.
If you had a choice between pizza or tacos for breakfast, which would it be? Oh, pizza,
Oh, boy.
easy.
Yeah, pizza.
Pizza.
But I'd eat tacos.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I like the meatloaf too, but
So speaking of meatloaf, do you want to vote, Tom?
Man, that's. Okay, what's your ingredients inside the meatloaf? Peppers and onions.
I had peppers and onions.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
you know who Tom's gonna vote for.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
No.
Karen Cassella's.
Yeah, I
He agreed, he agreed.
I had a different flavor that it had more punch to it. I lost a little punch in cutting back on some of the spices.
What do you put for a topping? What's your topping consist of?
It's ketchup, a little bit of mustard, and a little bit of brown sugar.
I see. My mother used to do just the mustard and the ketchup, and inside she would put a package of, and I make it now, Lipton onion soup mix.
Oh,
Out of
yeah,
this world.
yeah.
Out of this world. Yeah. So,
When do we find out? Because you kind of give me this idea to ask Eric gets you. When do we find out how much we're going to pay? How much more we're going to pay on our property taxes?
Oh, it's
Marty
in there
probably
now.
knows.
They, Erin Gendron on her Facebook page.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Out of the running.
That's
She
quite a
has the
thing
city.
she's doing. Yeah.
And one of my neighbors just paid $650 for their home, $650,000. I said, oh no, so I looked. My heart nearly fell
Yeah.
when I looked at my assessment.
The assessments are in.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
assessed.
Mine went up about 5%.
5%. That's what I
In the
calculated.
highways, that's what you
5% is what my assessment went up by.
Yeah, so that's gonna reflect on my taxes, and then we're gonna get the new tax rate.
What?
What happened to Proposition 2.5?
Maybe the money will
How
go
can they
down.
legally do that?
I was at high school.
No, it's got to still be 2.5.
Yeah,
They
that's
can't
right.
go above that, right, Marty?
I don't
Boston
know.
just
Boston's
raised it
going up, what,
13%?
13%?
Yeah.
Boston
Yeah.
raised theirs 13%
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
past week.
But this is what happens.
That should be
People get
enforced.
raises.
Talking about on
There's
what
something
Erin,
there, Richard.
watch out for her in 2 years.
If
I
you
think
have
she's
Facebook, go to Erin Gendron's
Yeah.
page, Out of the Running, and she covers city
Yes.
events.
watch
once a
out for her
week.
in 2 years.
Oh, yeah,
She'll be back.
she's got a future.
Yeah.
She's really good,
Yeah.
good. And she's excellent. And, but she has the link to the city website, that you go right to the website, put in your address.
Yeah.
And you can, see what your assessment is.
You can put in your neighbor's address too.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm,
can't believe mine went up more than
I'm
theirs.
sitting around by vetted on politicians. We're all politicians, right? Once you take an OCPF account, you're a politician. And Aaron being a new politician like the same as me and came in, she didn't know, what it takes to win an election. And I think she's definitely has a lot more experience like myself, and we're learning, and it's good. I think and she'll be around. I'm going to be around, and it's good that we get more people involved in our local politics, because it's just something that it's going to take some training. It takes at least one campaign for you to really figure out how to win an election.
Yeah, if you look at, excuse me again, Karen Cassella's election, she had everybody from governor was against her.
Oh,
Don't vote for this one.
good.
She had more people against her than any candidate I ever saw. Let me
Yeah,
put it that way.
absolutely. They ganged up against it thinking they were going to have a politician win the seat, and obviously they
Yeah.
had an experienced person win the seat.
Oh,
So,
she killed it. She killed it. And it was the best race I've seen in a long time.
But she also learned from the
It was also Karen's second race.
second race.
Right.
Yeah, she learned from the first time.
Which makes a difference.
Well, it's not easy to beat your boss.
No.
It's not easy.
Let's go get him.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But it woke him up. It wakes up. It's just like all the councilors that went against a candidate this year. They all woke up. In fact, I think all the councilors in the city woke up in the sense that, wait a minute, I could lose my seat. I need to get more involved with the community. I need to listen to the community. I need to go out more in the community. So I think you definitely want elections that have multiple candidates because it keeps people honest.
I asked a question on the radio, and I reached out to people, not Tom, but people like Tom and who've been around a long time after the election, and I had predicted Belvedere and the Acre last January would flip on Teddy's podcast. But you had two city councilors who were very close to the city manager lose. One come within 39 votes to a complete unknown.
Yep.
Should the city manager take note of that? Is that
absolutely
something the manager really has to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what issue, like Bobby said, there was one issue with the Smith-Baker Center. I don't know what the issue with Paul Rathiam, again, I met the man twice on the show, in fact. He seemed like to be a perfect gentleman. He seemed to have his heart and soul into it. He seemed like a neighborhood type guy, like we always call Dougie Willett, the 24-hour selectman out in Dracut. He seemed to be that type of counselor. So, like you said, but Lang, is that how you say it? Had a lot of strong people with him.
Yes.
You mentioned names, and
Sure.
He had two neighborhood activists with him.
Yeah.
And I thought Corey Belanger was doing a great job. Corey was up in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I thought he was doing great, but that, as I said, when you had that 7-4 split on the council last year, you just changed 2 seats. That 7-4 is now 6-5.
Yeah.
And it's a different ballgame on the council.
Right.
And you talk about the mayor's race. If Vesna again loses the mayor's race, he's going to be bitter again. That's going to probably divide the council even more with his supporters. Because Sidney's a big supporter of his, Lang.
Even with Danny, after what he's done for 2 years, if he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is,
It's quite the dynamic.
it really is.
Right.
That's why I don't get involved.
And you can't figure it out.
No, you
can't.
You can't.
It changes. I've seen it in Dracut change where this guy hates this one and this guy likes that one, and they're having coffee together next week. You know what I mean? It's just
One vote, one issue.
Yeah.
And it's been going on since I had the Windsor shop.
Yeah.
It's been going on 15 years because, I used to have old Lachlan come into the Windsor shop all the time.
Jimmy.
Who was my state lottery field rep.
Great guy, Jimmy O'Loughlin.
And
Bless him, the
ultimately,
past.
he used to go crazy over the Dracut
Yeah.
politics, and he was a Dracut selectman.
Yep.
He's like, Freddie, don't trust any of those people
Oh, yeah.
over there. They're the worst.
Yeah.
And he eventually walked away from it.
We just
Moved up to where, New Hampshire?
we did some bell ringing this past weekend over at Market Basket, and 3 of the selectmen, 1 former selectman and 2 of the present selectmen. What's that?
Which market?
Bridge Street up. Yeah. That's where I always am if I'm ringing. But anyways, and you have to be. When you ask these selectmen, who some of them don't like each other, I'm saying, all right, put your differences aside for one day. You're going to maybe be about 50 feet away from each other, and they do. They're pretty good about it. So we had a great time. We raised a lot of money on Saturday. In 3 different market baskets, and I'll be out there this week for a couple of days and next week for a couple of days to wrap it up. But I didn't do as much this year, but I got the itch the other day, so, but.
Want to read this one?
Sure. Belvedere is still reeling from the fact they don't have all the councilors in their backyard. This is new to them. Good point.
I always got a kick out of that because the Highlands always had the most councilors.
We always had a lot of councils.
You
We had a
had
fair
Dick
amount.
Howe, Rita,
Phil Shea.
and Phil
Phil
Shea.
back in the day.
Bud Caulfield.
There you go.
Right 3, and then Kuchu.
Yeah,
Gus. Gus was a city councilor. Durkin was a city councilor.
He was our
Bob.
senator.
Bob McGuire.
Yep.
He was from the Highlands.
Yep.
And even now, when you look at the council, you got Eric.
The goat.
You have the goat.
The goat. I'm sorry, but he's the goat. Go ahead.
You have Eric. You have who's the third one
Who's that?
on the city council?
No. From where?
Citywide.
Oh,
New.
Vesna, no.
So you
Yeah,
got
that's on Gibson
Eric.
Road,
You
right?
got Noon. you've got John Dakota, you've got Sakari Chow, and you got Sidney Lang has part of the Middlesex Street
Yeah.
there. They have 5 city councilors,
Yeah.
and they're always pointing to Belvedere. They
Yeah.
got 5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Highlands thing.
redistricting.
It's a Highlands thing. We're
Yeah.
always gonna point to Belvedere. It's what
your,
goes
your
on.
store had a lot to do with it.
Well, the way
don't know.
the Highlands is cut up, the way Belvedere is cut up, like South Lowell. Kim Scott will be there, I think, forever if she wants to be there.
Oh, she
Nobody's
does
going to
agree.
be Kim Scott. And those district, and I always say that, over in Centerville, they don't have a city council. They haven't had one, I don't think, since, Leo Foley? Well, they have Corey
Yeah,
Roberts,
Corey.
right? Corey.
No, during
Yeah.
the high school, the Karen Sorella.
Yeah.
Karen's.
But nobody's going to beat Corey Robinson.
No.
You know, these people are solid. Nobody's going to beat Dan Rourke. But, you know,
No.
it's in a district race, I'm saying. You know,
Right, of
Be
course.
tough.
nobody's going to beat Fred Bahou in a district
Oh,
race.
who knows? You never know. Put your name on the ballot. You might.
Mark
win.
Crapman, it's going to be an interesting election year. 2 of the 3 state reps covering Tewksbury are running for higher office. Another reason for redistricting was not good for our town. They will be focused on getting votes for this in other cities and towns. And Mike makes a good point of that.
Yeah.
He has 1 state rep that's running for Congress. I guess there's another special election out there for what's his name seat, the Moulton seat.
Moulton
You know,
seat, yeah.
so.
Uh,
Mark, talk to you soon.
If you're gonna run for a seat though, and I run for the city council 3 times, 4 times for the school committee, you have to have the issue, one issue. And the issue for Kim Scott was, is it Markley? The
Yeah,
Markley
Markley,
business
yeah.
at the old Prince. That issue made her real hot at the end. Timing's good all the time, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do. You know, we knew, well, I did, when Karen's race was about, oh boy, she's trying to run against her boss. How do you do it? Well, you gotta put your sneakers on and do what Rodney Elliott's doing. Go everywhere, see everybody. And that's why she won. Everybody tells me she won because of her experience. It was a big issue.
Huge issue.
But believe me when I tell you something, family, friends, and the people she works with and things like that are very big. It's
Well-
very big.
And Bob, you made a good point. Kim Scott used that issue. And that's
Yeah.
what I said earlier, how I can't believe some of these non-incumbents didn't use the pay raise issue and the trip to Geneva issue as an issue they didn't use it.
You know what I said? I won the school seat 4 times in Lowell. Every time I would say teachers are underpaid. Paras are really taking a beating. And your kitchen staff, that's abuse. And that's what happened at the Registry of Deeds, in my opinion. It's an opinion show. It was the abuse
Yeah.
that those people took over the years.
Exactly.
And he's a great leader. I had him in the prisons. We called them superintendents. Couldn't stand half of them.
Really?
Yeah, they liked the inmates more than they liked us.
Bobby, I got a budget.
Yes,
Cindy
sir.
Sandy Coolis, she voted for you, she loves you, she wishes you Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it. But no, it's just, I love this city. It's a good city. It really is.
Yeah.
Look
It
at-
is.
Yeah, we give a lot away.
Great city manager, you know?
And
Just get you going, John.
This is a good time for me to just throw this in case I
I
forget.
got no mic, Tommy.
Oh, okay.
I visited my sister's place next to Hafner's gas station yesterday, Project Compass. There's a sign right under the Hafner sign. I went in, my wife volunteers a day there with them, and I went in to see my wife, and as soon as I got there, she wanted me out, leave. You're bothering us. But the amount of Christmas packages that they put together was unbelievable
Oh.
to me, unbelievable. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really proud of my sister.
We have the same, they're both those right 100 feet away from each other, the Salvation Army and Project Compass.
Yeah.
They're going to be, for Christmas, the stuff they have to give to the kids and the food, oh my God. It's fantastic.
I was
you know.
looking at the door, and it's like, this is a drug-free place all over the windows, you know, and it's
Yeah.
in the worst area
Yeah.
of our city, you know.
Yeah.
I still walk all over the city. I enjoy walking.
Yeah, so do I, yeah.
In Lowell, I still think it's the same, crime on crime. If you're involved in something, but the average person like me just walking through, no one bothers.
No,
Yeah.
it's true. It's a safe community.
It is.
I don't have a problem walking anywhere in the city.
I got attacked by a pit bull. That was the worst.
Sticking to the state
Here we go.
race. The state primary coming in on February 3rd, just party people can vote that day. Do you think councilors and state and councilors as well as selectmen are gonna get off their rear end and stand behind candidates? after the first of the year? Because the voting's day February.
Yeah.
That's a long way off.
Yeah.
Look at what we did last year on this show. Majority of the talk was about Trump. Then we went, shh.
Yeah.
Because there was an election coming up. Nobody would ever answer that. Are you pro-Trump or, are you against Trump?
Yeah.
Nobody would back then,
No, no.
And we didn't talk about it at all
Yeah.
in this show. It came to, but a lot has
And you have
happened.
the state elections coming up after January 1st. Let's face it, I mean, Healy should win easily. I mean, who's going to beat her? Unfortunately, like John would say, take the summer off. You're wasting your time. I think she's unbeatable. I don't like her, but I think she's unbeatable.
That
I don't
plays into the mayor's race in the city, because we have all the constitutional offices up again in the state. So if you're the mayor and you endorse a governor's candidate, secretary of state, you're on the newspapers when they have their endorsements. A city councilor endorses them, no big deal.
Yeah.
So you're political. Look what happened to Sakari Chow. I thought that was, in that mayor's race with Vesna, was the defining aspect, that the endorsements. And sure enough, Sakari Chow endorsed Maura Healey, and his stock went right through the roof, politically.
Yeah.
So watch for that to be part
And I
of
think
this.
going back to the Rethiem race and the Finn race, I think if Rethiem had won and Finn had won, the mayor's race would be over. I think they were solid rock people.
Oh, yeah, at least. Corey, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I go back to what Eric's told us all, and he might call in after I say it. How's that?
He hasn't called in.
No, that's all right. We haven't said the right things to him.
He's been texting.
Oh, he has?
If you don't
Well,
sign your text, there's no name.
Yeah, there's a lot
all
of
I know
Texans.
is I talk to him as much as I can, but I try not to drive the guy crazy. But I called him and I said, the mayor race, he goes, well, there might be a surprise. That's how he leaves me.
Yeah. He teases you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
word for
yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah. He teases you.
When I think of Eric Getcher, I think of his son Zach. Baseball comes to my mind. I love the sport, and it's kind of coming back in Lowell a little bit, and I'm really excited for that.
His son's a big Mets fan.
Yeah.
Really?
As is Eric.
Like you?
Huge.
As is Eric.
So they went to the World Series, and they came back with a program for me,
Yeah.
So I had a signed autographed ball, a picture of the ball going through Buckner's legs. Him and Mookie Wilson both signed it.
Wow.
And I had it for years, and I dropped it off at Eric's house for his son.
Yeah.
Everyone around here, burn it. They
No, who signed it? Mookie and who? Buckner? They both signed it?
They
Wow.
signed it, yeah.
Class.
And the thing was, when you looked at the picture, Bob Stanley's not covering the bag, so even if Buckner cleanly gets the ball,
Oh, they say that, yeah.
Mookie Wilson would
Yeah.
beat him. But, yeah, they both signed it.
Yeah.
So I left it over at Eric's house for his son.
Yeah.
Tony, you want to read this one?
How'd you end up with that ball?
Speaking-
Are you a Mets fan? Oh, okay.
Oh, big Mets fan.
Speaking of cut-up districts, how's District 4 doing? Can McDonough save it? I think he can. What do you guys think?
Well,
John
that's-
McDonough's cousin, Sean McDonough. Is,
You would want to, if you want to win a seat, a district like this would be probably easy to win.
Yeah.
Only have to do some work. He did a lot of work.
Yeah.
But a district like Belvedere, you got to think about it before you jump in that race, right?
Yeah.
In certain areas, you got to be really strong to win now that they've split it up. This district-wide's a very tough race, but it's a good race. I thought
But
I was hoping, that what's her name there, Connie Martin got
Connie
beat,
Martin,
but
yeah.
no.
I'm hearing
Strong, she come out, she didn't do anything.
I'm hearing
She
that
didn't-
McDonough's everywhere already. He's still out there like he's campaigning. He is, so.
He was speaking Portuguese to the people in back Central Street.
No, and nobody ever saw their council up in, I told him that, work up in this area.
Yeah.
Nobody ever saw Janess up in that area.
He was
Well,
speaking Portuguese.
You know, you got any
back to me.
political aspirations, like other than
Like
look at
it.
her.
Governor
No.
Cassella.
You never know.
He's going to open up a
We might have,
restaurant.
yeah, we might have something going on
I-
against the current governor.
I think if Laurie Trahan didn't run again, she might take a shot at it. You know?
What are you called, Nana, Grandma?
Nani.
Nani.
I mean,
Nani.
That changes your whole life.
It does.
Oh, it does. It's like,
It's the best.
the cute. I got to tell you the cutest story. Grandchildren were over a couple of weeks ago. I might have told this story last time I was here, but it's Billy and Roman. Billy, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas, Billy? I want a football, Jaju, and maybe some Roblox or something. I know, some games. All right, Roman, this is his grandmother asking. Grandma, what do you want for Christmas, Roman? Grammy, I really don't need anything. Imagine a kid say 8 years old, 7 years old.
Right?
Yeah.
You must have heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
I know. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you have
I
a
ha-
big family, the Cassellas, the Busbys, I mean,
Right.
it's, the extended family's huge. Do you have to take a lot of time off at the holidays to, like, prep and for the family stuff? And now you get your own grandchildren and...
Her husband does it.
Yeah,
Jimmy does it.
the cook- No, he only cooks for Christmas. He does. He'll do all the cooking for Christmas.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is what John
I
McDonough.
take
John
the rest
McDonough-
of the year is all me.
So you have it.
Christmas, I like
I
it.
went to Puerto Rico by himself. This is what he does when he's by himself. If I get this one going here.
Oh, I thought you were
Say,
at
where's
big
the golf ball? I thought it was a big golf ball. Look at him.
Yeah, fishing, golfing, playing,
Drumming, I love it.
drumming, and cooking for the dog.
But he had a good time.
So when did you say the Registrar of Deeds Christmas party is?
Wednesday.
Because you have the spinach pie there?
We'll have the
I have
spinach.
to
pie.
come
There'll
down.
be
I have
so
some
much
work to do with
food.
that. I have some work
Yeah,
to do with the
come on in.
registry. I'm just kidding.
We have, there's always so much
For
extra
spinach
food.
pie.
When is it?
The
Wednesday?
office is only so
Wednesday.
big, right?
Right.
So, you have a lot of food.
I'm gonna have a lot of
Freddie,
meatloaf.
I've
That's
never-
from the prisoners.
Right?
This is over.
Exactly. We don't want those. No,
Freddie,
don't bring them up.
I've known a lot of Greek people in my life. Nobody made it better, except for Shannon Rose's grandmother. Her yaya made great spinach pie. I haven't had anything better than that. It's still yours. She was,
No, that
You
was
have
really
the old family
good.
recipes?
Huh?
You have the old family recipes?
No, it's just it's a recipe that I've been using for years, yeah,
Wow, wow.
so.
and it's a
been-
tedious try. I never tried it. I was gonna. It's
It
tedious,
is,
right?
It's a lot of work.
Lot of
It
work.
is, that's
Layers
what everyone,
upon
they say,
layers.
oh, can you make it? I'm like, oh, it's,
The layers, the
Takes so
feta, the
long.
eggs, oh my
Yeah.
God, the spinach,
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
it right.
I know.
Yes, the phyllo, the cooking just right, don't burn it.
Right.
It's soft, it's wet, it's wet. Yes,
I know.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Well, they say it's tedious, but when you have a like an old Greek grandmother that makes it, like Shannon's grandmother made it, you could just tell from
It's,
her recipe from 80 years ago, whatever. It was probably her mother's recipe, Shannon's mother's.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Somebody you wanna
I
read this
know.
one?
If you want real change, you will need term limits for the council. Never going to see it. I agree with you, but never going to see it.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
know, I
know,
don't think you'll ever
No.
see it, everyone wants
No.
term
I mean,
limits.
there has to be some term limits. I really think that you're seeing that now. You got politicians that are in power for 30 years. You don't think they're putting people in positions of power to control what happens?
If you want to get rid of a city councilor, you simply have to put them on the witness stand and say, have you ever gotten somebody a job in this city? It's a yes or no answer, and if you lie, you're going to jail. And that'll get rid of almost all of them.
Yeah.
You talk about. You talk about.
How do you answer that?
See, what I think is the upper, like the federal government, when you go for those seats, there should be a limit on how much you make. You know, when you see people make $140 million, how do you do that?
Don't pick on me, Bob.
I'm not picking on you, but like the one that just left, Pelosi, what's her name? How much did she leave with?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, it's an incredible figure. I don't care how smart they are. It's almost as ridiculous as what they pay these football players.
I don't think they changed the rules in Congress on investments in stocks.
Inside
They were
trading.
making a ton of money on
Yes.
that side, and it came up this year. I don't think they changed it.
No, they did change it, but they're still playing the game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're still getting. Well, think of it. Most of those big companies on federal government decisions determine their profits.
Oh, yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? Look at where we stand right now with electric cars. This morning, Ford decided they're going to cut back on making electric cars. I think they're going to get rid of the trucks because they didn't get the return on that investment. And they put a lot of money into that,
Yeah.
thinking that was where the country was going to go. And now it looks like the country is going to more hybrid kind of efficiency for vehicles in that all electric. I think what happened with the all electric, it was just shoved down people's throat.
Right.
You know,
And the footprint that they were selling, it takes as much energy to build an electric car as it does to make another vehicle that runs on gas. There's not much saving if you look at the numbers.
You know what Trump already did about that issue? Ford is putting the brakes on everything they're doing because they want them to build a cheap car. Something I'll look like McGilla Gorilla in the car that they want you to build. No, they do. They want to. You build a car for about $3,000.
Yes,
Trump's doing that. I'm telling you, he's doing that. He's going to bring the prices of some cars down.
What were those cheap cars they built in the past that didn't do too well? Come on, Nate. No, the real small vehicles that didn't last that long.
Gremlin was one, yeah.
There was one that started with a Y. I don't know.
I know. Toyota made it, and I don't know. Toyota.
Yaris?
Yaris. I think you're right.
I was reading China's doing exactly what you're talking about. The Lexuses and all these high-priced cars, Cadillacs, are tanking in China, and they're going for these small, cheap little cars, and that's where their production is, and they're making them at home.
And we're talking about the midterm elections, which are going to be they'll be starting up in 2 weeks. When you think of it, they'll start to. Who was running for president, Marty? Who do you think is going to run? I mean, you think Vance will run? You think they're saying Hegseth might run? They're saying.
It's funny because this year there's going to be a lot of people turning their back in the Republican Party on Trump, and everyone thinks I'm nuts. Yeah. But these comments he's made the past couple of days, they're going to use that as the catalyst to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And they have their own elections coming up in the midterms and then the Senate. They're going to protect their own seats. And some of these people have ambition to run for president. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw the guy from South Carolina try to get in there. The guy from Texas. They're saying Vance hasn't. Vance has the Magna Group.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're going to start losing steam with Trump and these ridiculous comments he's making, and people are going to walk away from him.
Do you think you're talking about the governor of Texas, Abbott? You're talking about
Abbott?
Yeah.
Or Cruz? I always said.
Oh, Ted Cruz, yeah.
I always said he can't win. He looks like a grown-up Eddie Munster.
Everybody said that. They called him that. Trump called him that again.
He does. And it's like this guy running from Tewksbury, the representative. Moulton.
Yeah.
Get a new picture. It looks like he's constipated. No. Every picture of Moulton, it looks like he's constipated. He looks mean. You can't be mean. You got to be nice.
Marty, you said it about what Trump said was awful. What he said about But what about when Kirk was killed? Far worse. Some of these people. I lost a friend, my wife's cousin was saying these things. I said, I can't believe you're saying these things.
Yeah.
He deserved death. What the heck? Nobody deserves death. It's the guy upstairs tells you when you.
I believe Marty's right that the Republicans are starting to throw the whip at Trump, but on the road people, they haven't moved us. I don't believe.
No. Hasn't moved
me,
except but he's
I'm
stupid.
waiting.
He makes these stupid remarks.
No, he does. Stupid
if I could have a conversation with him, John, just shut the hell up.
Look at Indiana. He was threatening the state reps, Republican state reps, if they didn't change the rules so they could win more congressional seats. They snubbed their nose. Yeah. They snubbed their nose at him, and they're going to keep the old congressional seats. All those Republicans just said no way. And so I think his day is done. People who have their own ambitions or who want to win next year are going to start distant, and they're going to use his comments, his personality.
And then you had the former vice president pass away. I lost my train of thought. Bush's vice president passed away.
Cheney. And again, he took a shot at Cheney
but no class at them not inviting the sitting president to the funeral. I mean, he wouldn't have gone, but invite him. He's the sitting president. He's still your president. I didn't like Biden, but he was my president.
I got you. Respect the position.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But every time this current president is opening his mouth, he's really hurting the American public because the American public just get pissed off, for lack of a better word. Yeah. Really upset.
I think he's hurt himself with the minority issues too. I think he's kind of empowering them. If you see that happening in New York, you know what I mean?
John?
By him attacking immigrants so harshly,
right?
He's isolating those people, and they're getting together. And some of those people don't vote regularly, and I think he's put those people together where they're going to go out and vote. They're going to make a change. They're going to come out. Let's see in the midterms.
There was a big Hispanic vote for him.
Yes, exactly.
Previous, election that he ran.
I think he stepped over the line with the immigrants, and I think anyone that's related to an immigrant, that is touching them, their feelings, and I think they're going to bring that to the ballot.
Okay, we've got three
And
comments
America's
up here.
made up of immigrants.
Yes.
A Mets fan, will that be a problem in Bob and Eric's relationship? I highly doubt Congress is going to stop themselves from insider trading. That would be epic. Trump was not invited. He wasn't invited to the funeral. My point was he should have been invited to the funeral as a sitting president. He wouldn't have gone, but he should have been invited.
Yeah.
Let me say something about one of those issues, the baseball issue. Right across the street from me was a kid named Billy Maloney. I don't know if you remember him.
Pitcher of the Sox.
He's still around.
Made it to AAA and was pitching batting practice to the Red Sox in that Mets series.
Yeah.
Because he throws a vicious curve, and they wanted him, and they used him. I had Timmy Rourke down the street.
Yeah.
The one that the bridge is named after, played softball with him so many times. His brother, Jimbo Lorrey, could have made the pros. I say could have, but he could have made the pros. And I was taught that play baseball. Franco Patel, my godfather, his stones inside the South Common. Dan Newell up in the Highlands. Fred, you must know Dan
Of
Newell.
course I do.
Yeah, that's my mother's brother, my uncle.
Mr.
Then I got
Right?
Bill Hoey. Anybody know him?
Oh.
He passes out paychecks to all the teachers.
Most lovable guy in the city.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, he made the two errors that Keith Academy beat Lowell High in a state championship
Only
game.
errors in his career in
Yeah,
high school.
yeah.
He made two the same game.
So-
And my brother lost 2-1 to Keith Academy.
So when someone throws Eric's name in there with my name in baseball, I'm just excited because Lowell, think about this, you're going to have 20 Division I baseball games in Lowell.
Yeah.
That alone is unbelievable for me.
I'm excited because I can afford that.
Yeah.
And it's good entertainment. And again, for the folks over in Centerville, they could just walk over that bridge and let's have some fun.
Bobby,
Anywhere in the
you
city,
just said-
you walk
Yeah,
over.
pretty
You
much,
walk
yeah.
over because it's
Yeah.
centrally located.
Yeah.
And
Right?
is that restaurant still, that Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant?
it's still
No, the Mexican place is gone. It's going to be a
it's
pub.
gone?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be a pub?
Oh,
Pub,
downtown?
yeah. No, you're talking down in
Near the
on
Velasquez.
Cabbage Street.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
El Jefe has gone. Yeah, it's gone because they just sold that recently. Just like they sold Richard's Auto, and that's going to be built up by the university.
Yes,
but
I forget
next,
who bought El
the
Jefe.
restaurant was
It's
bought
a
by
big
a
name.
brewery,
Oh,
right?
right.
It's a big
Yeah.
name, a
Yeah,
brewery.
so,
That's
yeah,
correct.
so a brewery that's coming in.
Bobby,
They
you
own the
can't think
restaurant.
of
Bobby, you
it.
said you had a,
Yeah, that's
The
going
only
to
restaurant in Tingsboro, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic. The
Yeah.
best Mexican food I ever had.
Bob, you said you have
The one in
an uncle.
3A in Tingsboro, across from the ice skating rink.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
next to the
yeah,
brewery.
yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is good.
Bob, you said you had an uncle Franco Patel. Is that what you said?
Franco
He was a
Patel.
Patel. So we just hired a girl out as our executive director for the Housing Authority, Allison Patel.
Yeah, I know.
She married a Patel. Her name was Allison Grennan from Centerville.
I don't believe
You know,
it. But if
okay,
she's
anyway.
trying to get a job, I would try to get it.
Oh, we hired her. She got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say I'd go to Pansy.
She spent her entire career since high school at the Housing Authority in Lowell, and we stole her away. So we're very happy with it.
You know-
very experienced. So.
Yeah.
So
You know, I'm an ex-cab driver in Lowell for like 10 years. I drove a cab. I
You
did.
do everything.
I did. I
driver.
worked 2 jobs as much as I could. But, you know, I'm looking at businesses that are falling apart and leaving Lowell. The last one to stand will be the Blue Shamrock.
Yeah.
That will last forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I was just down at Fuse, and on Saturday night, nobody was in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So I think.
Was the whole downtown area did it just Fuse? Was like, well, how about
No, it was
Tremonti? Was
quiet.
Tremonti busy? Yeah.
No,
Quiet, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
there was a few people you
Yeah.
could see, but
Wow.
not like it should be.
Yeah, not like it used to be.
Tom, let me go
It's not a
back.
driving force downtown.
No.
And and the businesses unfortunately come and go, except for the Blue Shamrock, the old
Yeah, I was just joking.
staples,
I was just joking.
You know, but there is really, I mean, the pizza place across the street from Fuse hangs on.
Tremont.
Right.
Tremont,
Yeah.
It's-
You know,
And the Worthen does well.
Oh, yeah, I know
let
the
me
one.
in.
Right.
Oh,
When you-
Bobby wanted something to say.
Life Alive is packed all the time.
Oh, really?
you know, when you talked about
Bobby wants to say
spinach pie,
Yes.
I watch Marty. Marty does a thing like the Monday Night Dinner Club, but it's his version. Marty goes in different places. But probably on his motorcycle, but anyways, he put one on there of Olympus on Broadway Street. It's a bakery that has spinach pie, and I brought it home, and my wife and sister-in-law said it was the best they ever had.
They have great stuff.
Yeah, they do have a good
Time for the
spinach
pie
pie.
competition.
I know.
Karen,
Yeah.
make hers.
There you go.
Let's do it. Let's put that on the schedule.
This is a
Producer.
soup competition.
Yeah, this is coming on Tuesday. In a soup competition.
I'll have that for breakfast.
How about
We had
we gotta close this up.
we
close
had,
on a good note.
we had there's a Top Donut out in Drake now that Greek people bought, and they have a spinach pie that's pretty good
do
too. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Olympus. Kind of reminds me of it, but not as good as the Olympus. But it reminds
Olympus
me.
is.
Well, what I wanted to say too about Fuse though, on Saturday night, they have karaoke. So I don't think it's advertised a lot, so if anyone's out there listening and you like karaoke,
So did you sing? That's the question.
of course we did,
Oh, nice.
yes.
I can do some Barry Manilow.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy just bought Fuse about a year ago.
Right, actually,
Right?
I
He was the guy
know,
that
yes.
ran, he was the guy that was the manager for.
Assistant manager of Fishbone.
At Fishbones.
Oh, really?
Great guy,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
nice guy, he can
Hard
cook, the
worker.
food was excellent.
Has
All right.
anybody ever
Great,
seen
good.
Cisco as a DJ? Because he does that
No,
too.
I haven't seen him yet.
I'm going to be DJing on an event this week for Erin Gendron. She's doing on gift cards for the kids.
Oh, I heard about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Old Court.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Yes.
As
You
in
got to be
tomorrow?
there or be square.
As in
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It's
Right,
tomorrow.
right.
I'm breaking out the
Go
new
to
sound
Karen's
system
party and
tomorrow.
then come out to.
You have a
Aaron's-
Yeah,
question.
Yeah.
Your budget, there used to be 2 registry of deeds in Middlesex County.
there is.
There's still. Does your budget come from the state? It does. Yeah, I was just wondering.
She's under the Secretary of State's office, am I correct, right?
Yeah, Secretary of State.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, South is, their budget's like 4 million, and ours is like 1.3.
Really?
I was gonna say,
Wow.
they always get it down there, they always
They
did.
always do, and I was going through all the years, and there were some years that they got some, decent upgrades, so.
That's why I brought it
Figure
up.
that one out, right?
When they made the districts, it's like northern Middlesex doesn't get its fair share.
Right.
But the south is always a Medfit in that area down
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
always
When-
get more.
Marty, who's going to be the next governor?
Years.
When's that race
Right,
coming? That's going to be a hot
Essex,
ticket, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun talking about.
I would like to
governor.
see the lieutenant governor actually run.
Yeah, no.
She's
I-
excellent. I don't know if you've
No,
run into her yet.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
And she was the town manager at Chelsea, and she turned that around.
Who's this?
The Kim Driscoll.
Oh, okay.
Then she ran for mayor
Mayor.
of Salem,
Yep.
and she turned that around.
She did
Kim
turn,
Driscoll.
she did turn Salem around.
Yeah, she's the
I'm down
real
that way all
deal.
the time.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. My guess is Maura Haley might not run.
Yeah,
I ran her-
I'm feeling the same way with her.
I ran her campaign up here for Attorney General when she first ran. And I like Maura, really nice person.
No, I do.
And I think, again, like the Republicans, we were talking about Magna, hijacked that end. The progressives, you have better do what they say. They're going to get rid of
Oh,
you.
yeah.
But I got a feeling, Maura, I see her on TV, and I haven't talked to her in 2 years. She called one day.
So I'm asking because I just
She's
got.
running for president.
I just got
I
my.
thought she was Senate.
Really?
I thought she
Sure.
would run for
Yeah.
Senate when one of them left.
She'll throw her name on president's thing, watch.
I just got my bill for insurance, vehicle insurance, and they changed a lot of the minimum requirements. Did you guys notice that? They've jacked them up. I've always believed politics have been involved because our legislators are built on legal teams, on the ambulance chasers, right? Now the numbers go up, they get to get more money.
Well, let's
But
be
that
honest, the
also-
governor's office helps control the insurance
Yes,
rates, right? They have to approve them as the electric rates as well.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
problem with that's increasing the cost when no one has money.
It's a
I mean,
bit unhealthy.
everything has
Yeah.
gone through the roof. The electric bill, the same thing with more, all the extra fees. I mean,
those-
enough is enough. Yeah, look it. We know we're hurting the earth, but you can't shove all these great ideas overnight, and put people on the street as homeless because they can't afford anything. It's
Right.
it's insane that.
Listen, the electric company is essentially the only game in town.
Yes.
They can do
Yeah.
whatever
Oh,
they
yeah.
want. And the insurance companies, unfortunately, have been working with politicians
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And they are able to get things done when they say, oh, we're not making enough money because of all of these hurricanes in Florida or all of these horrible events and these hurricanes in Louisiana and so on and so forth. So they say we need to raise rates across the country. And then for some reason, the governors seem to approve them all the time.
Yeah.
And the insurance companies still have the tallest buildings, and they still seem to make the most money.
Yes.
And I just don't understand why, we're all stuck holding the bag. And now they can cancel us whenever they want.
Exactly.
They come to my house and they're like, take down this tree, this roof needs to be replaced. I'm like, whoa, I don't have all that money. Well, we're going to cancel you in 3 months.
How about a national disaster? A national disaster, like in Puerto Rico. All the insurance companies for our condo association, they all walked away. They claimed bankruptcy, so they didn't pay any of the millions of dollars in claims. They walked away, and then all of a sudden, 3 years later, they all come back. And the condo association sued, and we got 10 cents on the dollar compared to our claims. We had claims for millions. We ended up with a check for like $189,000 at the end.
And I drove taxi.
The accountability?
When I drove taxi, I used to wait a minute. I used to drop people off, right, with their food orders and stuff at the housing projects all over Lowell. And there were friends of mine that say, "You shouldn't be working. Quit working. Get in here. Sell your house. Do this, and come in here." The housing authority. I'm telling you. What a beating they're giving us. I don't care what anybody tells me. Yeah, you want me to move in there when there's cockroaches and bed bugs? Sorry, not me.
Well, we've got 4 minutes to go. We go around the table. Karen, you have anything to close us out with?
No, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas this year if we don't see you. And if you're around at the courthouse this Wednesday, we have some food out there, having our annual Christmas party.
Freddie?
Sure. Vocational training at Lowell Public Schools is about to happen. I'm so excited, and it's going to be a big benefit to our community. So, go vocational.
Thanks for coming, Freddie. Marty?
I just want to say thank you to Karen and Freddie for their service, and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And I never drove a cab, but I'll be shuttling people to your party next.
Yeah, but that's listen,
Bobby, what do you got?
I just want to say that the most important race there is coming up in Lowell is our mayor. We need a good mayor. Make the right decisions, and hopefully, it's. From my opinion, I hope it's Dan.
Cisco?
I'm with Bobby. I think Dan would be a good choice to lead the city into the next 2 years. But again, we voted for councilors to make that decision, and you leave it in their hands. So I would support any decision our councilors at the end of the day come back with. And for everyone out there, thank you. This has been a great year for me. Have a great holiday season and enjoy Christmas, because Feliz Navidad is strong in my house. We'll be eating a lot of pork.
You're coming here? You're going to be here next week?
Oh, yeah, I'll be here next week. We'll bring more food.
I'll be out, everybody out there in Market Basket on Bridge Street on Friday, and then Thursday and Friday, and then next Monday and Tuesday for a few hours ringing the bell. I guess we had a great day Saturday with the crews out there that were ringing the bell. In fact, the major told me that it was the best day of the season so far this past Saturday.
I still do it with Joanne.
Okay, will people really run back to the party of men's and girls' sports? Maybe. They already vote that way here in Mass. DJ Cisco, 2 turntables and a microphone. Where's it at? Old Court, right?
Yeah, Old Court is the event on tomorrow night. I'm saying 6 p.m. start, but I'm not sure on the start. But it's Old Court. It's a fundraiser. Bring a gift card that they're going to give to the kids. I think on some of the stores was the sports stores and wherever, Target, wherever these it's mostly teenage kids. So they're asking for donations of $25 gift cards, and they're the kids in the foster program, I think it is.
Well, we'll be here next week, Bobby, and the regular crew for our Tuesday before Christmas show.
Hey,
And
is Santa coming?
I don't know.
You know what I want? You know what I want for Christmas?
My friend
I want
Bobby.
a Trump watch. It's Trump time.
Before the pandemic, we had a Bomil family Christmas party. You know, I always showed up for my grandkids as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I always showed up, Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time for the outfit, Bob.
Yeah, bring it back. You got the goatee going.
I had some skin cancer problems. In the back of my head, they took out some meat. No big deal. Some
He's
meat.
starting to grow a real Santa Claus.
Listen, I was up on roofs for 40 years. A lot of sun in my life.
A roofer, too.
Yeah, I did roofing. Yeah. I did everything
That
I
happened
could.
with Winky McCarty. Do you remember Winky McCarty?
Yeah.
He was always getting his skin
We just
cleaned
lost him
up.
last.
Bye.
Bye.
But you know how it works.
You can be a macchiati. You know, one of those Mexican
Always getting his skin cleaned up.
You can be a macchiati. You know, one of those Mexican How much?
Is this room on a different zone? It was about 8 years ago. Keep, I know you have this stuff. building.
I mean, it's 899, daycare at the moment,
So he's a bigger advocate of that place than I am. You know, it kills me when I see him come back with that keep the plan the whole time, both of those. It's a nice
say they support you. I said, no, I don't do that. A lot of people don't like me now. I don't put them in the middle. These folks